Hello everyone, my name is Vidan Rustamova and I am the project manager and also the designer of the NoObs team. And today I would like to ask you one question. How long has it been since somebody told you to sit up straight? You probably get that all the time, right? So 1 month ago, we started working on an innovative project for the Imagine Cup. We decided to solve the slouching problem. So we came up with Spinal, which is essentially a wearable device that helps you gain a habit of sitting or standing up straight. Now, the word habit here is key because it was estimated that it takes about 3 weeks for a person to get into a habit. And we wanted to use that because it was very important for us not to make people dependent on any hardware, but rather make a good posture become a second nature. So the reason we chose this problem is because almost all of us, and by us I mean the students, almost all of us have this problem. And we spend a lot of time hunched over our computers and we study in libraries. So then we started working on the project and we actually realized that we were not the only ones in this situation. So they were office workers, they were women who had just had babies and they were carrying them all the time. They were teachers, kids, almost all of us are slouching. And then we did some research. We asked some doctors, one of them being my teammate's mother. And it actually turned out that poor posture may result in several health complications over time. That could be headache, reduced lung functioning, shoulder pain, neck pain, and lower back pain. And in fact, 31 million Americans suffer from lower back pain at any given time. According to the American Chiropractic Association, they spend $50 billion each year to cure that pain. That would make $1,600 for each person annually. To comparison, in Europe, that's about 60 to 80 euros weekly for therapists. So the sad statistics is that 80% of the population will experience lower back pain at some point in our lives. So our solution to that is Spinal. It was created for you to monitor your body position, to get notifications about it, and to get into a habit, and also to save you some money. So, sorry, can I? Okay, so yeah, you might be wondering how Spinal works. Here, I'll pass my word to one of the developers, Ulvia.
Hi everyone. Let me walk you through the user experience. Anyone who would like to use Spinal will require a smartphone, which for this project is made for Windows Phone, and the device. When I say anyone, I do mean it, because the device has this calibration, which in the first place, it gathers the data that is unique to the person wearing the device to make the app work perfectly for everyone. So, and also our device is wireless because it has Bluetooth and it has the communication system. So while you're sitting at your desk or at a lecture and you start slouching, when you start for some time, for this presentation we made the time delay for 10 seconds. When you start for some time, the notification comes to the phone saying that your posture is incorrect. And also, if one of your shoulders is raised higher than the other one, for example, because of the heavy bag that you're carrying, also the same thing happens here. You get the notification that your posture is incorrect. Also, the app has some instructions to go through. There are only a few steps you need to take to connect and also then you can listen to the notification. And also there are charts where you can track your progress and see how much you've been slouching throughout the day or the last month. So let me talk about this project from the developer's perspective. We created Spinal, which is the device you can see on my teammate, and the app. The device consists of microcontrollers and also sensors and Bluetooth that angles just from the shoulders to detect whether you're slouching. Those two spots are all what you need to detect that. Also, as you saw in the demo, we can detect, the device can detect whether one of your shoulders is raised higher than the other one. It is one of the things that makes spinal so unique and so different from what it is on the market. The Arduino comes with Windows C and the Windows Phone app was written in C#. All the sensors and all the devices, microcontroller, was gathered by us by hand. And all of the sensors were not available in Azerbaijan, so we had to order them from different countries. For us, the device cost about $40.
But with increased production, we could reduce that cost by several times. That could be lower than $20. We're considering the selling price to be ranging from $50 to $80. Now, the question is, who was Spinal created for? It was actually created for anyone who would like to improve their overall health. But we mostly targeted a group of students and office workers because we think that those are the people who spend most of their time in spine-unfriendly positions. So we actually did a little survey. So 3/4 of the surveyed office workers and 80% of the students said that they had the slouching problem. 70% of all of them said that they would like to get rid of it. 16 of them said that they would use Spinal for that, which makes about 12% of all surveyed people. So besides the obvious online marketing and advertisement, we think that we will spread our solution through medical institutions, health centers, and schools. I would like to introduce to our team. So Arif Mövsinzadeh, he is the developer. He was working with Arduino. Nizami Ismailov, he was working with sensors and the Bluetooth. Ülviya Rustamova, another developer, she was working with the Windows app. And myself, I'm the designer and project manager. So we do acknowledge that there are some products on the market that target similar problems, like eye posture, posture-correcting braces. But there are a couple of things that makes it different. First of all, Spinal is very simple. It's easy to use, and it does not require any complicated equipment. Second of all, it's comfortable. It can be worn underneath your clothes or on top of them if you wanted to, and it does not restrict you. So you can do your daily activities while getting healthier at the same time. And of course, the technique that we developed, which was very important because it can be applied in several health-related apps in the future. It can be used in sports, in yoga, in Pilates. So anywhere where you have lots of fixed position, we could use that. So this was the first time that Azerbaijan took participation in this competition. And winning this project for us, this competition would mean that we could start the production and, of course, improve Spinal to its best possible version. We want to raise the awareness about the slouching problem and also give the solution to the world. Thank you very much.